What's up, YouTube? Great to see you join me here at Koala Gardens. Today, I want to take you through a little bit of a fun game of musical trees that was played by Phoenix, Luna and Bullet, and you're going to see another koala as well, so come along with me and see what's been going on. Koala Gardens is a wildlife sanctuary on private land. Subscribing helps me bring koalas to you, and liking this video helps me bring them to the whole world. I'm lucky enough to live in the koala's backyard with a wild and free colony on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia. Check out my Patreon options and come over and chat on my public Discord server. You'll find links for these and lots more in the description below. I'm Katrina and I'm passionate about saving koalas. I want to start you by looking at the property map, and you can see the red ring drawn at the top of Bloodwood Gully in Area 2, and that's where this all starts. This video covers a 3-day period, and in that red ring that you just saw drawn, we've got Phoenix sitting in a red gum. I found what unfolds over the course of this video absolutely fascinating, and I've got quite a few questions about what was going on for you to maybe think about at the end. Phoenix was born here on Koala Gardens. Her mother was Racy, and she is now over 3 years old, and her daughter is Luna. Luna and Phoenix actually separated from each other, and Luna became fully independent a few months ago. Phoenix is sitting in a forest red gum, and it's directly beside an Angophora tree, and we'll see a little bit more about that tree later on. Now I'll just zoom out a bit and swing around so that you can see that beside the top of Bloodwood Gully, which is the beginning of the conservation area, is the plantation. When I came out the next day, I found, here we are, beautiful Luna, and she's now sitting in the Angophora. So this tree is directly beside the one that Phoenix was in yesterday. So I thought, well, that's a bit strange. Where's Phoenix? And as I hunted around, I found Phoenix in a swamp mahogany inside the plantation. And Luna loves these swamp mahoganies. We can see on the map how close to each other they actually are. The beautiful little Luna looks pretty pleased with herself and the spot that she's secured for the day. Doesn't look comfortable to me as a human, but for a koala, that's about as snug as you can get. The next day, day 3, well, now I'm really surprised. What do I find but down at the bottom of Area 6, here's Phoenix in a young forest red gum, and the thing is, I've never seen her quite in that spot before, so I was particularly surprised. Not only that, but right close by to her, I found that Ellie was in a really big bloodwood, and I've never seen her in this area at all before either. In fact, the true order of things is that I found Ellie first and was about to leave when I realised that Phoenix was here, and I was like, what? You can see how close to each other they are by the dots on the map. Ellie is at the dot at Area 5, and just look at those claws. Wow. You might be able to imagine my surprise then when I looped around and got up to the top of Bloodwood Gully and found this site. Can you tell who that is without seeing the nose? I wonder if you're right. It's Bullet. And at first sight, I only saw Bullet, and I took some photos, took this video, and was about to leave the area when I realise, hey, wait just a dang minute here, it's Luna. Okay, seriously guys, come on koalas, what the hell has been going on? There's so much more that we don't get to see, not even me, because most of the activity goes on at night. I'd like to just stop for a moment and have a look at the difference in bark between the Angophora, also known as the rough-barked apple gum, and the forest red gum that you can see just behind it there, which is such a smooth barked tree. Makes it easy to tell them apart. And as we search up in here, this is how hard it can be spotting koalas. Can anybody see a koala in those trees? Anywhere? I know that I can see a little bit better when I'm looking at them for sure, but not always an awful lot better. There's quite a lot of looking for lumps and guesswork that goes on. Let's just zoom on in, and there you go. There's Luna. So even though I don't know exactly what's been going on, we can piece together some things, I guess, and then maybe make some guesses at other things. For example, we can piece together that there's been a lot of movement by the girls and possibly quite a bit of pursuing by Bullet. Why Bullet and Luna ended up in the same tree, for me, that's the biggest mystery. Because Phoenix and Ellie are breeding age, so it would make sense that they're moving about because they're being pursued by Bullet and possibly by other male koalas. We know that Ash is often nearby. But does Bullet really like babysitting the young girls that much? Or did he come here and Phoenix was here and she got away from him while he napped? We all know that's happened before. Is Luna at all bothered by being left in the same tree as this big fella? Seems not. She looks pretty comfortable with the whole situation, if you ask me. I came back and checked on them many times throughout the day and I heard no screaming and I only found happily sleeping koalas. Interestingly, it's also worth me noting to you that I have found Luna and Bullet in the same tree a few times now. What really interests me absolutely the most about that is that Bullet is the only adult male koala I have ever found in the same tree as a young koala that's really only just gone from back young to juvenile age. This is not what I have found to be normal male behaviour, and yet for some reason Bullet has been in the same tree as a couple of different young girls now over his lifetime. So there seems to be something about him that causes the young girls to go, yeah, it's okay. Not what I would expect from male koala at all. So even though Bullet definitely is male and is very keen to mate with the females, he also is one very cool dude. And guess what? You've done it. You have made it through to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek into some really fascinating koala behaviour. There's so much, that we don't know about how koalas in a colony interact. We know they don't interact socially the way most social animals do, but they are certainly aware of each other and they certainly do have structures in their communities that they're very aware of and that we can only try to watch on and learn more about. Please do stay tuned. I hope you've enjoyed this, and would you stop and write in the comments below, everyone wins at musical trees. Lots more koala video coming up before this year draws to an end, so please make sure that you're watching Koala Gardens, and I want my KTV. Thanks for visiting Koala Gardens. Did you hit the like button? Now before you go, there's lots more great video to see, and make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell.